G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? We're back in the Lord of the Rings Online. Back in Oscaroth. After going back and completing all the other quests that we had outstanding, so now we can ride on over to Barad-dûr in the Red Pass, through the Red Pass. And continue on over there. There's Radagast's horse. Again, alright, so what's happened is you can see this little thing here, halted experience. So quite a few people had mentioned this in the comments, and I wasn't too sure about it initially because I didn't really want to stop my experience gain. But having a look at the map, in particular, somebody had put out a nice little map with all the levels on there and everything. It was a really nice JPEG, which I've got now on my desktop here, and I can sort of look through all the levels and see all the level zones really quite easily. Anyway, I looked at that and I was like, well, you know what, there's so many areas, and folks in the comments, they're right, you know, we're gonna blast through that, or we're gonna be over leveled, and the quests, the areas, they'll just be too easy, everything will just die if we go through them at all. So I took the advice of the good folks in the YouTube comments, and I grabbed that XP disabler, and it was about 100 Lotro points. So yeah, so I picked it up, it's in our inventory. So now I've got it equipped, you can see it up there, and it's in a pocket, it takes a pocket slot, Stone of the Tortoise, and which I previously had this in there, Silver Web of Fleetness. So I lose that 7 agility, and it's kind of a shame. I wonder why they didn't have like a separate slot for this. Just off here somewhere, just a, you know, a slot for just this in particular, or just it be a buff or something, I don't know. But anyway, it is on, and I will keep it on now till North Downs, I think, and then I'll use it again, or I'll remove it for a little bit. And I'll just enough so we have, you know, not quite at the level cap of that zone, or the zone where the highest level, I guess, for this one it might be 32 or 35 or something like that. A little bit below, so that way it's still somewhat challenging, you know. And I could just remove it whenever I want. I can take it off, I can pop it back on, no problem. Alright, anyway, we're back here, and we're going to talk to Elsa the Bold.
Greetings.
You have done much to help us keep the foothold in Agamor, GameolioDan. Thank you. If we are to hold this position, we will need supplies. Bring this letter to Friedrich, and this pack to my sister Hannah, to let her know I still live. She is alone now, and I worry for her. To the south is a passage back to Agamaur, to the southern reaches of the Red Swamp. From there, go west, and you'll find your way back to Oscaroth. Hurry back and inform my people that all is well, for the moment. Elsa, how I know that? Why would you tell me that? Tennyson. Thou hast freed me and my brethren, GameolioDan, and for that we owe thee a debt. Until we have been released or the world is righted, it was the Angmar and the hillmen of Rudar who had caused the bloodshed which corrupted the maiden. They are to blame for our curse. The time has come for retribution. My brethren to the south must be made to understand. They must be brought evidence of the evil. Go to Rudaround's camp in the northeast of Agamaur, and gather to me the satchels which the hillmen carry. With thy help, they shall learn of the corruption. They will remember our curse. Long have we waited our chance to strike down the men who cause the destruction of this land. Now the time draws close where we will fulfill our duty and end this curse. We shall not end the curse and nothing else. We shall seek out vengeance. We will deliver unto the descendants of our enemy who still feel hatred and sacrifice innocents to this land. Tarry not, deliver this vengeance. The hillmen are gathered again to the east and north. Strike them down and show them that our memories are not gone, and we do not forgive their action. Perhaps thou hast heard whispers of the Red Maid. She was once an innocent creature, but was twisted long ago by the war which raged between Angmar and North Kingdom. Now the very land and fallen to the Red Maid's plan. Wait, hang on. Now the very land has fallen to the Red Maid's pain. To heal that pain, we must bring innocence and beauty to her sanctum. Before her fall, the Red Maid would use an urn to calm the water. The urn is in the west, guarded by Ivar's minions. Retrieve the urn, then travel to the southeasternmost part of Agamaur. I gotta learn to say that properly. There seek out a natural altar. Thou wilt know it when thou hast seen it. For the wretched dark water will guard it in force. Fill the urn with water from the place and return to me. Man, there's some good rewards here. I mean, they're purple. They look good. It's actually just a lot of fate. But it looks good. This one's got agility. There we go. Reactor strong.
What is this world coming to?
Very well, GameolioDan. I can only hope that it is enough to undo the evil that has been done here. Perhaps stronger measures are needed. Do you think you are prepared for a greater challenge? Yes. I guess. Evade rating, resistance rating, might and vitality. Okay. Okay. Cutting off the hand.
I do not ask much of you.
Man, we're getting all purples here. GameolioDan, there is a terror in the swamp leading the dead foe here. Raikur remains in the command of the White Army and they are not broken. According to Radagast Brown, he is one of Ivar's most trusted minions. Slay him and the Whites will be without guidance. I have no doubt you will find Raikur skulking in the ruins beyond the Whites' camp. Since you have proven able to slay his underlings, he will be more cautious and make you come to him. Be wary, but do not delay. This threat must be brought to an end.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Your presence is welcome, GameolioDan. I fear for my people's safety. The old ones you brought to our aid foray against the enemy in their efforts to find the Red Maid they speak of, but they cannot hold back the great tide alone. In the eastern reaches of Agamaur, the water itself has risen up, as though it has taken on a life of its own. Creatures of water, which we call gloom water, attack us with little warning. How it is possible to fight the waters of the swamp, I do not know, but I would have you try. As they swell up from the depths, they pull with them ancient tokens of Rodar and Arthurdane. Bring me these tokens as a sign of your efforts.
I'll not be ignored.
GameolioDan, the threats all about us are too great for this meager number to suppress. We require assistance in any form that it can be given. You have already been a great help to the Aglain, and I pray that you will continue your assistance. The western stretches of this poison land teem with creatures long dead, now stalking the ruins. It is not fear that drives this request, but an instinct to survive. These creatures must be destroyed, enter the swamp to the north and west, or even some smaller sections to the east, and destroy the Whites who have so recently stirred back to action. You got it, mate. Oh, more quests? Come on, guys, what's going on? Dost thou fear us? Do not so. There is naught for thee but to fear. We have dwelt too long in Middle-earth, too long without our rightful rest. Yet here we remain, shackled by a debt unpaid, an oath unfilled. Would thou lend us thy aid? Oh, this is a fellowship quest. Alright, whatever. In Garthar Gwen, fell spirits stir the waters of Agamaur and take form. Many are spirits from beyond the world. Such are those that stir the Whites, but the most of them are the cursed spirits of mortal men, men of Numenor, who committed a great act of evil against the Valar before Numenor fell and were cursed by the Valar themselves. Would thou assist us by destroying the fell dark water? I'll take it, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if I should be able to do that quest. There's a ring over here. Wait, is that ring? Hang on. Ah. Let's go over here and let me just mouse over it. Interior quest location again. So, Radagast? You got something for more to say? Radagast the Brown! Oh man, you have a lot to say.
I fear there is little to be done.
There is a most terrible day for all of us. I have learned that from Dennison that the swamp was corrupted long ago during the wars, and the continued corruption is the work of a creature he calls the Red Maid. I gleaned the Red Maid was once one of the gentle Red Maidens who fell to the terrible corruption of her lands. Her hand now destroys all it touches. Alas, there is a great Huron here, Gloomleaf, that has been swayed by the Red Maid's grasp, and its hatred stirs the other Hurons. Sadly, this old and great creature must be destroyed. I am sure you will find Gloomleaf somewhere to the northwest among the other Hurons. You must put this poor creature to rest. Agility. Shazam! Oh, it's heavy armor, come on.
I have a task for you.
Grimbox reclamation. Good man, will you stay and speak with me a moment? I would tell you a sad tale and ask a favor of you before you go. Long ago, a kinswoman dwelt by a lake in a land lush and green, where great fields of wildflowers and an ancient forest once grew. The tides of war swept through, and the waters of the lake ran red with blood. The lakelands decayed and became the Red Swamp, and the kinswoman, the Red Maid of Agamaur. It saddens me, but I do not believe that either the kinswoman or her land may be saved. But at the least, some part of the land may be reclaimed. A great tree once grew there, which was called Oakenbark. It is twisted and corrupted now, but if it still produces acorns, they might be used to bring new life, uncorrupted, to the old forest. Go to Garth Argoen, to the east, and fetch me the seeds of the tree that is now Grimbark. Let's just do it. Look at the rewards later on.
So, it has come to this.
You have done quite well thus far, GameolioDan. I am impressed. I am not often impressed by a mere man. I find your kind often lack the sense that my little friends here possess, but you have shown a greater understanding. I need you to do something which I shudder to ask. The corrupted Hurons and their shepherds, the bog lurkers, must be destroyed. I can sense there is no reclamation for these poor creatures. The Hurons and bog lurkers dwell to the northwest. It is a terrible tragedy, but I see no other course that would be more merciful. I am also greatly concerned for whatever this corruption is. It was not the work of Ivar, the Blood Hand.
You have returned, I see.
Please do not make me repeat myself. It is hard enough to think that we must harm any of those Hurons or their shepherd. What? What?
There is great evil here.
Your efforts here in Agamaur are commendable, my good man, but perhaps not enough. The very swamp itself has been corrupted. By corrupted, I do not mean decayed, for that is simply the natural progression of life in such places. But rather evil has seeped into the very essence of Agamaur. If you would, return to the swamp and gather the bark from the tree stumps. I must collect something of the living things that inhabit Agamaur if I am to discover how they ever corrupted this place. There are many bare stumps northwest of here. I should warn you, because of the corruption here, you should not traverse Agamaur alone. Type solo. Well, mate, obviously we're not listening to you at all, so we're just gonna go in there and do our thing. Alright. So, finally, we've got all the quests. We are ready to step out and do some things. You know he's ready. Alright, so I guess first things first, we'll go this direction. And shoot that guy as well while we're at it. We've picked up so many quests, I imagine that anything I shoot will probably trigger off an objective for one of our quests here. The Redlands here in Agamaur. Nothing over here. I'm quite suspicious of areas where there's nothing there though. Like I'm gonna find something hidden in the corner. Everything here is level 30, so we're good. Maybe even have wanted to stop the experience gaining from about level 28 or 29 or something. So it stops the experience, but we still get the reputation, which is good. Wouldn't want to stop that. Sullen White. Malicious Gloom Water. I wonder if this is the one that they were saying, hey, you might want to do this, you know. This is a fellowship quest. But I think we should be alright. Collected ancient token, 1 of 10. Let's have a look here. No, that's not it. That's the fellowship quest, okay. Grimbark. Grimbark's over there, okay. Dwight's defeated. Dwight's? Not Dwight. Ah, Whites. Not Dwight from The Office. I miss The Office. Man, that was a good show. Remember watching the first season of that. It's got nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. I remember watching the first season thinking to myself, oh man, I don't know if they can do better than the BBC version. The original. It's kind of, they're just remaking it in a way. But then season 2 came out. And I think parts of the end of season 1, but season 2 came out, man, they took it, they ran with it, and they produced several good seasons of fantastic episodes. I mean, I like the whole series, but definitely the high points, I think, were season 2, 3, and maybe 4. From memory, definitely the middle area was great. Anyway, got nothing to do with Lord of the Rings, but Dwight loves the Lord of the Rings. Big Lord of the Rings fan, so there you go. Maybe there is a connection there. And if you've never watched it, I suggest you give it a crack, especially season 2. Or if you haven't seen The Office at all, then you might like to watch it right from the beginning anyway. You should always watch a television series of the first series anyway. Or first season. Alright. No more talking about The Office. We're talking about Whites, not Dwight. Speaking of TV shows though, hey, Amazon, with the Lord of the Rings. I still haven't looked up anything about that. I think maybe as far as they've gone with that is they bought the rights and, you know, I guess they would want to sort of progress with it. But I don't think they'd rush into that. They'd want to craft that nicely. Just got a feeling they wouldn't stuff that up. Or they don't want to stuff it up. I mean, they may not have they may not have choice in the matter. At the end of the day, the fans decide whether it's a good movie or not, or good TV show rather. I guess there's two ways they could go about it. They could try and make it an extension of the movies, or they could take it completely different direction and keep it fresh, freshen it up a bit. So that way you can go, well, the movie's the movies and the show's the show, you know? You can appreciate them both. We're not going to compare. It's probably inevitable that it will happen anyway, though. People go, oh, man. Oh, this guy's no Sir Ian McKellen, you know? But I'm sure, you know, it comes down to script. Script's a lot of it. Actually, I find that when I read quest text. So in some games that I play, and I read the quest text, I don't feel like there's enough there, or it's just not meaty enough, you know? Whereas Lord of the Rings, I find it's got, maybe in some instances, a little bit too much quest text, but it's good to read. Like, it actually reads well. And I find that with some MMOs, they have some really fantastic writing there. And you read it, and look, I'm not a voice actor or anything like that, but I feel it when I read it. Whereas other MMOs is like, oh, okay, yeah, here's a boring piece of text, great. Kill the thing, yeah, no worries, buddy. All done. Yeah, so while I sometimes feel in this game, look, we have a few too many go out there and here's a whole passage of text, but essentially you're doing the same thing that I asked you to do last time, except just kill this thing, and it's in the same area. I do appreciate the writing. The writing's fantastic. I think it's just my throat and voice which sometimes aches when I see 10 quests and, you know, I can actually scroll down the page because there's that much to read. Alright, anyway, Corrupted Maples. You going down, Huans? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Huans or Huans? Down you go. Yeah, but a TV show sounds fantastic. Like, it's going to hopefully give us an opportunity to see areas which we've never seen. Like, maybe we'll go to this area, you know, and there'll be a whole episode there. Things like that. Like, I don't know how much liberty they've taken in this game with areas and locations and enemies and monsters and all that. I really don't know. I'm sure they took the books and they fleshed it out somewhat. With the highest respect. Like I said, I'd like to actually look up, I have to check it up. I have to see who's responsible, who came up with the ideas for this, and you know, who's the brains behind all this. See what type of person they are. You know, I'm sure they were deeply in love with the series, so... Or the team behind it, rather. I'm sure it's not just one person. I'm sure a couple people went, hey, this would be a good idea. And the movies are coming out, or the movies that came out, and, you know, it's at an all-time high, or... Somebody in the company said, oh, look, Lord of the Rings online. Look at Lord of the Rings is something that's happening right now. Can we do something about this? And somebody's like, what? You want me to make a game? Oh, yeah. And they're like being lifelong lovers of Lord of the Rings anyway, so... Maybe it's a bit of that. Corrupted stumps. Actually, we gotta keep an eye out for these. I like this area though. It's a freaky, freaky zone. Just like the barrows. I love the barrows as well. I thought that was a really nice, scary sort of place. In a way, in a way. Also, I'll just mention again that I do stream Lord of the Rings. I am streaming Lord of the Rings online at the moment. As in, today is the 21st of December 2017. I do stream it on Fridays in Australia. And that starts from about 11 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I stream for about 2 to 3 hours. So if you are around, please come by the Twitch channel. Say hello. Join me in game if you like. On my elf man, my elf guy. I keep calling him elf man. My elf fella. Join me as I shoot things with arrows. Much like this guy. And if you're unsure of what time that is in your time zone, if you go to the Twitch page, twitch.tv/GameolioDan, follow me there. But also down the bottom, you'll find a schedule. Just click on the schedule, and you can see all the times that I do actually stream. I do stream variety, so I stream quite a few different games, but at the moment, I am playing Dark Souls. Fumbling my way through Dark Souls, my first time through there. But regular games that I stream are Guild Wars 1 and Lord of the Rings Online at the moment. Alright, 707 on you guys. We need 2 more stumps. Bark strips from the corrupted stumps. Not the entire stump, which is good, right? Because that's another question I'd have. Where does the stump go? How does he get the whole thing in his pants? What is going on? Okay, 99, we're good here. There is more to do though. Merciful release. Defeat bog prowlers. Oh, that's right. We did see a few of those. Well, let's go around here and see if we can find some more. Don't know if they actually saw them walking around. I think they just sort of popped up, didn't they? Well met. Or perhaps this is something that I can track. Oh, here we go. They do pop up. Because they're camouflaged. Oh, by the way, if you ever do see me in game, I do play on Gladden. Because I have the chat disabled here, please don't feel like I'm ignoring you or something if you're trying to say hello. But do send me a message, write in the comment that, you know, who you are. Or maybe send me like an in-game letter or something like that. And I am playing on Brandywine on Twitch, so you're more than welcome to come over there. Just typically when I play MMOs on YouTube, when I make these series, I turn off chat because of the sometimes colourful dialogue there. So dialogue between players. And I know I could probably turn all that off. So I just essentially I do that for 2 reasons. That for the you know, language, and also because of just to keep it clean, keep the UI clean, you know. Some games I can't do it, so I won't. I'll do my best to hide it, but yeah. I see you, Prowler. Eight of 15, so let's use this. See if I can track. Here we go, camouflaged. Not camouflaged for long, are ya? I gotcha. I gotcha, buddy. Yes. Consider yourself untracked. It's a pity I gotta keep, yeah, I gotta bring it up again, don't I? Be nice if I could just track. I'm just tracking that one, keep it up till I change it. Another prowler here, though. Oh, and a big tree! I wasn't ready for that one. I don't know if that one's moving because it's aggroed. Or it's just moving. There's another moving tree there. Oh, that was the one I was tracking. Lotro points granted. Deed bestowed. Deed completed. So we also have... Bring this up. 181 Lotro points. So, hopefully by the time we do all the zones, we'll have enough to purchase the Mordor expansion. Hopefully. See how we go. Twisted Oak. Oh! Hang on, buddy. Can I get a... No, too late. I think I'm too slow. I think that guy may have killed another one. Too slow, old man! Malicious gloom water. Oh yeah, that's right. Give me my tokens, buddy. Hand those tokens over, pal. Oh, it's coming for us! Mate, it sends the bees after us or something, eh? The bees and wasps. That tree can run fast. Camouflage. Here we go. No! Ah, oh, dang it! No! That's 12. Trees are chasing! The trees are chasing me! They're chasing me, he's a bog prowler. Alright, with 13 and 15, oh my goodness. You got like 3 trees chasing me. They want blood. They want me to use me as fertilizer. I'm running and shooting. Alright, it's going. It's had enough, that's it. One more bog prowler, thank you very much. Kreoth, the faithful. Now dead. Oh, what's going on? Who's screaming out there? Oh, Aliamarto. Righto. Screaming and yelling. Causing a big old ruckus. Alright, let's find that last one so we can move on. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's racing towards... Yeah, gonna take my bog prowler. I'll share. I'm more than happy to share. Go and hit it. There you go. Done, mate. Hopefully he got that as well. Okie dokie. Well, we can move over here, I suppose, and kill all those faithful, and we're coming out of there. Let's do that.